new leagues for the Antiquarian, and a new pet coming out really soon. For more news like this, stick around for this week's episode of This Week in Identity 5. Welcome back everyone to another episode of This Week in Identity 5. Let's quickly get in and talk about what we had last week because we got quite a lot of stuff dropped on us. First of all, we got Season 22, Essence 1 with the S tier skin called Sway for Coordinator, the A tier skin Rosemary for Naiad, and the A tier skin Datura or Datura for Entomologist. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. These are some really nice skins and some very unique looking skins, and I hope that you guys were lucky enough to get them. Of course, these skins are connected to the 4th anniversary where we got the prologue, Chapter 1 and also Chapter 2 unlocked over last week. They unlocked progressively over the week. I've actually been reading them. This is something that I don't usually do. I don't always read the events, but this event is actually much shorter. There's less to read and it's less like click. So I actually read through it and I really am invested in the story and I'm interested and I'm already theorizing as to who did it. I already have worked out one of the biggest twists that's probably going to be coming out soon, but let's just say that I know Sway's motivation for being there and why the detectives are there too. By participating in doing these chapters, you'll be able to receive different types of rewards, including a portrait frame, a portrait, an accessory, graffiti, tons of other different things like clues, fragments, all of those. The usual stuff that you get from events. So this is quite nice. I think it's really quite cool. Along with this 4th anniversary, we also got the Bellerstein Flora Handbook that is connected to the event, of course. Every week we unlock new missions that you'll have to complete. And once you complete all 3 weeks of it, then you'll be able to get the 8-tier unlock card. And you'll also get other rewards for completing those missions. Last week's one was a bit controversial because you had to share to be able to participate, of which many of the PC only players could not share because that is not an option that you have on PC. It just says, oh, you must use the mobile client to do that. And I really hope that NetEase is going to compensate people because of that, because I think that is an unfair mission. They should have given an alternative maybe for it, because that is We also got the 4th anniversary Essence rewards, where NetEase gave us tons of essences. First of all, they gave us 10 memory spheres and they also gave us 10 anniversary essences. And I hope you guys were lucky enough to get something nice. Another anniversary event that we got was the Anniversary Tales event. And this is something where by you logging in every day, you'll be able to unlock events that happened over the last year and also that happened kind of since the last anniversary, let's just say. For example, character releases, event releases, crossovers and stuff like that. And if you do so, you'll be able to earn rewards, of which one of them are golden apples that you'll be able to use to purchase stuff that was available for the Koa event. So that's quite interesting. Connected to this event, we also got the complete trivia questions event where you have to answer some questions, and if you are correct, then you'll get the rewards. If you're incorrect, you still get rewards, and if you are incorrect so many times, then you'll be able to get the newcomer tag and stuff like that. With the new season, we also got the rank reset with the new rank accessories, the one for Gravekeeper, with the one for Novelist and for Nightmare as well. I don't play rank and have not played rank properly for over 6 months, since September or even before that I believe. So I have not done this, but I have been considering playing a little bit of rank, maybe making it something that I could do on stream. I'm not yet sure. We also got a logic path reset where we'll be able to get the A-tier Gravekeeper skin when we get to that point, and of course you'll be able to get his accessory, a portrait that's connected to him and a portrait frame. All characters are currently free to use until I think late July or start of August. I'm not completely sure. It does say on the event, but I can't really remember. So this is really cool. I've been practicing and learning some of these characters, for example, Forward, that I just don't own. If you are in the store, if you're looking in the store, then well, we just got last season's rank accessories added to the store for you to purchase if you didn't do any of the ranks like me. If you have a look there, you'll also see an anniversary package that gives you echoes and also gives you essences for discounts and stuff like that. You got a 40% discount because of the anniversary event, and there is a special package that lets you get clues and stuff like that. Along with that, there is also a lucky dice event where of course you'll be able to spend sealing wax to be able to get different types of portraits and portrait frames that are unique, but it's the usual. And there are some new character relations for Acrobat, Wildling, Dancer, Soulweaver, Magician, Mercenary, Gamekeeper, Explorer, Forward, Coordinator, the Ripper, and Naiad. I don't read any of these character relation things. I'm not sure how useful they are. Let's talk about what we're going to get this week. Well, we're going to get a big package this week. We're getting the Ripper Tuberose package. That probably means that what we're going to be getting in Chapter 3 is going to be heavily centered around Ripper. Maybe he is the killer. We'll find out. From this package, you'll be able to get the Ripper's S tier skin, Tuberose, and you'll be able to get Ripper's A tier, I think it's an A tier accessory, called Scale Insect. I haven't seen the effects on this yet, but I'm sure they'll have released them or will have released them by the time this video is out. If not, they'll release it probably the day before that it's coming out on this Thursday, so that will be interesting. Connected to this skin, we're also getting more chapters of the anniversary event. I didn't check which chapters we're getting this week. We are also going to get the next Bellastain Flora Handbook missions. This means that you'll be able to complete the second week for it and get more rewards and stuff like that. And we're also getting previous anniversary skins that are going to return. We're getting Lady Bella, the Bloody Queen, that you'll be able to purchase in the store, and you'll be able to get the Monstrous Bird Gardener skin and both of their accessories, the Perfect Marionette and the other one for Gardener that I didn't have written down. You'll be able to purchase them as well. I think a lot of people have been looking forward to Bella. This is the second time that Bella's returned. Something that is not connected directly to the NAEU server, but is really important for Identity 5, is that we're getting the Identity 5 C IVC Tournament. So C would be Southeast Asia, and IVC would be Identity 5 something tournament. I'm not really sure what the C stands for. This is really, really big because it's a long event. It starts on the 18th of July and goes all the way until September. So I'm not really sure why it's such a long tournament, but the Southeast Asia community is are really, really great. And I'm sure that there are a lot of Southeast Asia viewers I have because I've seen it in my stats. So I really do wish all of your teams the best. And it's always really, really interesting for me to watch all of your tournaments. Okay, let's talk about what's coming from the future. We have some rumors, some leaks, some things that have been confirmed by Natties but are not coming this week. First of all, we've had some rumors about the 2 new survivors that are coming out. First of all, Composer, that is the most recently announced character but has still not had his abilities announced, has had his role announced, but kind of not on purpose. So apparently Identity 5 announced or revealed in the Identity 5 Famitsu magazine that he is going to be a decoder. So this is going to be the first decoder we've had for quite a while, or since Prisoner, that was a year or 2 ago. And this is going to be difficult. A lot of people have been asking for a new decoder, and I agree it would be good for us to get a new decoder, at least for variety wise. This leads to the question of, is Cypher Rush going to get worse? Is this character going to be really, really good or really, really bad as a decoder? We'll have yet to see. This was announced by IDV Clue on Twitter. There are some rumors also around Antiquarian, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be guaranteed, but she is possibly going to be a contain and assist role survivor with stunning abilities. I talked a little bit about this on stream. I'm not too happy about this. We don't need more stunners, Netties. I keep on saying this repetitively. We have enough stunners and we don't have much to counter stunners. Yes, they gave us the pushback resistance, but excitement is still a really long cooldown and doesn't last for long enough if we're going to have triple stunners in teams now. I hope that she's going to be a good survivor because it would be nice to have her in the meta, but I don't want her to be so broken that everyone takes her. Forward is also taken and everybody else who can stun too. That would just be a pain. Apparently she's also not going to have a decoding debuff. That is once again a little bit problematic because of the current Cypher Rush state. She will have a healing debuff. Something that was just announced today on Identity 5's Weibo account. The new pet that they've been talking about and everyone's been excited about is just a hunter pet that I guess is quite nice and it's quite cute because everyone's been asking for an Axeboy one for a long time, but it's the Axeboy pet that's coming 21st of July. That's really, really soon. That's 2 weeks, 2 patches. They should have announced it earlier because I think that would have made a lot of people hyped for the next coming weeks, but this pet looks really, really cute and I'm wondering if he's going to have the Chinese server axe or if he's going to have our axe in our server because there are different axes depending on the server. One of them is a wooden axe in China and the other one is a proper axe in our server. So that would be really interesting to see. Something I found by scrolling back a little bit through Identity 5's Weibo account is they announced another crossover that I don't think I've seen anybody else mention. I'm not sure if it's just coming to China or if it's going to be a Japan only or like maybe Asia only crossover, but Identity V Kadokawa crossover is supposed to be coming sometime soon or in the future. That is, if you don't know what the Kadokawa is, I don't blame you. I had to Google it. I had no idea what it was, but it's a Japanese manga and novel publishing company, and they have a website where they have tons of manga, and I'm not really sure exactly what they could do for this. I don't think it's China only, because of course it's a Japanese publishing company, but then again NetEase never announced it to us as far as I can tell, so it could just be something that's only one server or two servers and not in the NAEU server at all. Moving on to the talk in the manor, where I respond to your comments that you guys left on my recent videos. The first one we've got here is from Chow Chow that says, Identity V was supposed to be a horror game, but is actually a fashion show in disguise. And yes, I agree with you with that, Chow Chow, completely. I had some people talk to me recently and say, oh, it's kind of a shame that NetEase never made the game into a complete horror game like they intended it to. But I think the reason for that is quite obvious, and that is because in China that would have been a big pain, because the government probably would have buried the game completely and they would have had tons of legal issues. So this kind of horror themed but quite light-hearted version of the game is the only thing that they can do in China, so that makes complete sense. Fuzzy Cat Fries comments on my video talking about if Identity V is dying or not, says, with the amount of content being released for it, I think it will be fine, and I would disagree. Because a lot of the content that is coming out is crossovers, and they are crossovers with very small and very niche kind of places, and it seems like they just get deals with anybody that they can at the moment. I think it's mostly just a get the money while we can kind of scheme, but I don't know how popular it is in China. I know a lot of people said, hey, the game is super popular in China, but I can imagine even in China it's probably still in a descent, even if they have a lot of, the descent is much more gradual because they have a lot more people. Everyone has their theories, but at least in our server, the NAEU server, and also globally, the game is on a slow decrease, at least in interest. Maybe not in downloads, but at least in interest. So that is interesting for sure. What do you think about the Antiquarian? What are your thoughts on her abilities, and what do you think she will be able to do? What do you think about her roles that have been announced? Tell me down in the comments below, and whilst you're down there, remember to like and subscribe, and check out the Black Phoenix Plus channel because I put some interesting things there, like for example, an interesting trick for hunters that you might not have known about. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.